What's up, and welcome back. So, this episode is all about how to receive. That's the biggest thing I've seen a lot of people have trouble with. I mean, it's something I had trouble with too, is the ability to actually receive. And it's kind of tricky because you have to just do less, like significantly less, like almost nothing at all. But if you're not used to it, if you don't feel safe enough to do less, if you don't feel safe enough to open up and just allow yourself to receive the feeling that you're wanting, you're not going to allow yourself to do it. So it's the kind of paradoxical battle where you're doing less, but it kind of feels like you're doing more. Because if you're so used to being guarded, right? You're so used to like being like this, just ready for something to happen. To do this feels like a lot. And the best example I have for that, it's like if you squeeze really tightly for a long period of time, even if you just squeeze as tight as you can for like a minute, 2 minutes, and like opening your hand, you notice it's like this, and like your fingers are cramped and your forearm's holding on, and like you have to like peel your hands open. That's what it feels like at first, to get yourself to receive. Because again, you're so used to something happening. You're used to some kind of like, okay, you open up to something, you open up to the experience, and then there was like a pain or something that took place, and then it kind of like planted the seed as to like, never again. I'm never gonna allow myself to like feel that again. And yes, like it's good to like have the discernment of like, okay, what led to that experience, and then you get to choose not to allow that, but you don't want to like block the whole experience. And like love is like a common one of that, right? There's so many people that get so jaded towards love, that where it's like they got hurt or they got cheated on or they got ghosted or they dealt with that anxious avoidant, and they were like, never again. I'm not going to open up to somebody to that degree again or that soon. And there's like such a guardedness, and like I've experienced that with myself, right? And I've also seen it with friends to where like I help them with it, and it's just like it's okay to open up. That's why you like put yourself out there. That's why like you're wanting the connection with this person. After a while, you'll start to see that just having like meaningless sex, like just sex for the sake of like getting off, it's not fulfilling. It's not, because you want the things that lead up to that moment and everything that transpires after. Just the act of it, it's like a notch above doing it yourself, pretty much, right? You have the person and everything, but like the experience of having the connection and then feeling it like boil up to that moment, right? And being able to like emotionally be connected with somebody during the experience, right? So not only are you like sharing this level of pleasure with them, but the fact that you're able to connect with them, right? And be open to that. And the only way you can do that is you have to allow yourself to receive, because you're now mirroring each other, that you're receiving the experience taking place. And without that, it's like, personally for me, it's not the same. Like it's not really worth it. Like for that, I could just stay at home and like, or even if I have somebody, I'd rather just do it on my own, and I don't have to worry about the conversations after. I don't have to wait for you to get dressed and get ready. I could just go shower, take care of myself, and make some food, and I'm good. But to allow yourself to like really open up and emotionally be intimate as well, right? It takes that vulnerability, that opening up. And then again, like even after, to be able to remain open and share the fact that you had this experience, and you can remain open by cuddling or talking, or just, even like if you were to make food after, given what you just experienced, the love kind of like overflows into everything that takes place after. But even if you're watching a movie, now you're snuggled up, and you know what I mean? So for receiving, right, the thing that you're receiving is the experience of the feeling, the experience of the emotion, which takes an opening up within you. If that opening up doesn't take place, it's like water just washing over you. Like there's a difference between water washing over you and when you drink water. When you drink water, you can like feel it fill you up, especially when you're thirsty. There's such like an to it. So to allow yourself to open up, the thing that I found that makes it so easy is food, right? And like I was hinting at that with the water, because how many times have you made food, but you just made it just for the sake of just cooking food, and you just knew, okay, I have to eat or else like my body is not going to work. I'm not going to make it like another day. It's out of necessity. So, but when you eat out of necessity, you kind of start to become a machine. You're not feeling the experience of the food and like nourishing yourself and nurturing yourself by making the meal. Like you're kind of just eating because you have to. You're eating out of like survival. And it just becomes another thing and another thing to do. And like you're not fully experiencing life. But when you allow yourself to like slow down and like, okay, yes, you have to eat. Yes, you have to eat to live. But what do you want to eat? Right? Even if you're doing a diet or whatever, there's ways to prepare the food for your palate. There's ways to make the food to your liking. What flavors do you like? And as you start to like remind yourself of the flavors you like, okay, cool. Now, as you're making it, like what's the outcome that you have in mind before you even start making it? What's the outcome of you making this food? Right? And if you want it for the diet, cool. Like you want it for the outcome of being fit, and then you also want it to taste good. Like just overall, just focusing on it tasting good for now, right? With that intention in mind, now you're going to be so present with every part of it because you're being aware as to like what the ingredients are, its purpose in it, and it gets you so excited for the outcome of it because it's for you. And as you sit down to eat it, to be present with every bite, to savor every bite, is you receiving the love that you put into caring about how this meal is going to be for you. And as you savor every bite, I literally I literally feel this within my body. And every time I've had clients or friends like do this, like you feel it so much more, right? That's why like anybody that smokes bud, right, and they'll eat, the food tastes 10 times better. It's just because you're paying so much more attention to how what you're eating tastes like. It's no longer just a thing. You're present for like the flavor of everything. So as you allow yourself to savor every bite and just like truly feel it coursing through your whole body, it's like, you can feel like your whole body like sing. It's like, oh, like it's so good. And like, it's something I realized before where I didn't allow myself to really enjoy food. Like I made it the way I wanted to, and like I used sauces that I liked, and it came out good, but I didn't like really savor it. I didn't really enjoy it. I just did it. It was just something to do so I could go on to the next thing and handle what I needed to, or get back to work, or go to the gym, or like I just ate because I had to. But to eat because I want to eat this food and to really enjoy this food and to allow myself to receive the experience of eating the food that I like. Now I get to be more selective as to the food that I buy, the food that I like make for myself, because I want to really enjoy every single bite, not just the meal. I want to enjoy every single bite. I want to enjoy the whole experience. And as you allow yourself to experience the experience of eating the food, you can feel that like you're allowing yourself to receive the love of it, the joy of it, because like, again, there's such a happy feeling when you eat something that you really, 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 really like. And again, like, there's so many ways to prepare stuff. You can have flavors that you like. Again, even if you're on a diet, there's ways to have the flavors of what you like. And in seeing yourself care that much about you and love yourself so much that you're willing to pay attention to the little things like that, it's showing you how effortless receiving can be, and also how safe it is now. Because the part of you that's like, again, guarded up, is guarded up because it doesn't feel safe to receive right now. Every time you received before, again, there was a pain that followed. So what you're actually doing by allowing yourself to receive the experience of food is you're allowing yourself to also realize that it's safe to receive, because you're being discerning about what you're allowing and what you're allowing yourself to receive. So with that, it's like you're allowing yourself to open. And with you feeling safe enough to be open with you, then it's going to feel so much easier to open with other people and open with other experiences. Because you can tell, like, okay, like, now I know what open feels like. It doesn't feel scary. I already know what this feels like. I already know what closed off feels like. But now I know what it feels like to do this. And it's like when you see a flower, like just like opening up and receiving sunlight, it's not doing anything but just doing this. And this is the same thing with you. It's like you can allow yourself to open up, and what causes the confusion that like keeps the guardedness going is thinking that the love was coming from the person, right? Going back to the relationship example, that the love was coming from the person, and that you're opening up to the idea of a relationship, or you're opening up to a person to receive love from them. That's not what's taking place. You're using that person as your permission to experience love within you, to experience receiving the feeling of love. That's what you're doing in a relationship or whatever dynamic, even with friends, right? So now with the food, you're using that as your permission to receive the feeling of love. You're generating it within you. You're translating this experience, whether it's the relationship or the food, as a means to generate love within you. And you're allowing yourself to experience the feeling that you're generating within you. But when you don't see that taking place and you see it as like, okay, it's this person, that's where it gets tricky. That's where it feels like, okay, this person caused the love, or I'm receiving the love from this person, and if they do XYZ that's not good, then like love is not a good thing, and you start to kind of, again, like feel jaded towards it, and you start to like tarnish your relationship with love, and you start to like almost deprive yourself of the experience of love because you didn't see it was you the whole time. You thought it was the person. And as you start to see, like, we're just looking for things to give ourselves permission to generate a certain feeling within us. but you also want to experience the feeling. You don't want to just generate it and then it's gone, because that's what happens when we buy things, right? Like you'll see something that you like and you're like, oh my God, like it'll be so good to get this thing, whether it's clothes, jewelry, car, house, whatever, the thing you want to buy, right? You go to buy the thing, you're like, this would be so awesome to have. This would be so dope to have. You buy it, you have that like excitement, right? And as you get it, it's like, cool, you just gave yourself the permission to get it, but because you associated the thing, right, with the feeling, it kind of like fades. And then it's like, like, it was cool, but either you don't really use it as much or it just becomes another thing. And then you're on to the next thing to get, and now I need to get this. And now you're getting all these things, and it's cool that you're getting it, but it doesn't really mean much. Like even your car, right? If you have a car, like it was awesome when you got it. Now, does it have enough gas? You know? And it's like, same thing like with your place. Like, place is nice. Is it clean? Like, it's now, the focus is on the upkeep of it. You forgot like the rush that you felt from it. And the rush that you felt was just the feeling that you wanted to experience, but the feeling that you wanted to like feel, that you wanted to experience, that you wanted to like keep going. That's what you want. So in changing your interaction with the things that you have around you, as it means to how can you keep this going? How can you keep generating this feeling of allowing yourself to receive the feeling of like happiness, joy, receive the feeling of love? So like even with happiness and joy, it's like with friends, when you crack a joke, like that feel good moment, right? There's so many ways that you can like keep that going around you, and food is just a very small example of that. So with this, it's just getting you to open the door to feel safe enough within you to, it's not even like let people in, because again, that brings up the guardedness, right? Of like, I don't want to let people in. Last time I let people in, like we'll call it like your house. Last time I let people in my house, they fucked it up. There was plastic cups everywhere. The floor was sticky. No. But it's like, it's really not so much that. It's like, how can you allow yourself to feel the bliss of life? Feel the joy of being alive? How can you just make that so self-sustainable that whether people stay or go, you don't have the concern of that going away? When you're not concerned of love being taken from you, how much more open can you be? Which now it allows you to remain secure, right? Whatever jealousy that was once there, now is no longer there, because you're not concerned about like somebody possibly taking it from you. You're the one that's generating the feeling. And there's also like the whole anxious and avoidant thing, like there's no need to be anxious anymore. It's not going to be taken from you. When you're not concerned about something being taken from you, you just move freely. And that's the thing when it comes to even like with money. So with money, people like put everything into work, or into like everything is so money driven because they're so concerned about it going away. It's like, okay, cool. What does money make you feel like? Is it safety? Is it security? Cool. Or stability? Like, what's the thing? Some people will say freedom. Okay, cool. That's what you want to feel. That's what you're using money as your permission to feel. And when it's not there, you feel the intensity of like that being taken away from you. So when you see that you don't need money as the only way to generate that feeling, as the only permission to feel safe and secure and stable, now you get to see like, what other ways can I give myself the permission to receive the feeling of safety, to receive the feeling of security? right? And that receiving does that because you have to feel safe and secure to open up. Like if somebody were to make you food, right? But they look sketchy. They look real sketchy. And you're like, oh, I don't know what your intentions are. They're like, hey, they look kind of crazy. They're like, hey, I made this for you. And you're like, I don't feel I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe to open up. I don't feel safe to open my mouth. I don't feel safe to eat any of that. It's like, no, I'm good. I'm full. Your stomach could be like, ooh. But you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm full. I'm fasting, actually. But if it was somebody that you trust, right? Like a friend or a partner or a family member, and they're like, hey, like, I made this for you. Oh, thank you. And like, you can enjoy the meal. But in allowing yourself to feel safe enough to be present with it, right? To savor every bite, you also have to feel there's a sense of vulnerability to open yourself that much in the moment. Because to just savor every bite means you're not thinking about anything else. And the only times that we overthink is when it doesn't feel safe to be in the body. Then we have to be like hyper vigilant and be like, okay, like, you know, what's going on? And it's like you're eating, but you're not really tasting the food because you're thinking about the next moment of what may happen, or you're thinking about the future. Or so giving yourself the sense of safety to be vulnerable, right? And like the sense of vulnerability is taking off the armor. And one place you could do that is at home, right? Or even if you're sharing a space with somebody, you could do that in your room. Take the food to your room, eat in your room, right? It's something I did when I had roommates a lot. It's like, I would just eat in my room. And it's like that sense of space is like, okay, I can open up in this space, right? At first, when I was like discovering how to take the armor off, because I thought the armor was me, I was like, okay, I could take my armor off here. And I could really enjoy like this food. I don't have to think about anything else. I don't have to be 10 steps ahead of anything. I could just be with this bite and feel how good it feels that every flavor I enjoy is in this. And just to feel like that softness, right? It's like the inside of a crab. Like that softness is like, there's vulnerability in that. And that allows that opening up. And that's what allows that sense of receiving. Because also what gets in the way of receiving, and this ties to like money and everything too. Because if you can't allow yourself to receive from somebody, receive support, it's going to be tough to receive money or receive help, a favor, because even like a compliment, right? Oftentimes like a compliment's given, and then as we're receiving, I did this a lot, where as I was receiving, I was thinking like, how can I give back? It's like, oh, this was an awesome compliment. Like, what about them can I compliment back? What ways can I like boomerang this thing back? Because anytime I also received before, it was thrown in my face. And that made it very hard to receive from me. That made it very not safe to receive. Because I would premeditate that every time I received, somewhere down the line is going to be thrown in my face. So I taught myself at the time that it was safer not to receive because I wouldn't have to deal with the pain of it being thrown in my face. Whereas in just allowing myself to even receive something like a compliment, right? Or even receive something like support, to where it's like somebody holding a door for me, or somebody like just little acts of like kindness from people, and just like receiving it without the need of like having to give it back like right there on the spot. Just allowing myself to receive it with feeling like there was no expectation of it. There was no motive of it. Somebody just wanted to be nice in the moment for whatever reason. And not even for whatever reason, right? Like they just wanted to be nice. Like even that you get to see. So it's like, it's good to, I mean, you just saw me check myself in that moment. Like it's good to check yourself and just remind yourself like, hey, the same way you like to be nice, people like to be nice too. And another way to receive is, well, if you're so used to giving, another way to give is to allow somebody to give to you, because you know how good it feels to give. It feels amazing, right? To show up for people and give to them. And one way to give is to give people the opportunity to give to you. And then you allow yourself to receive. But simultaneously, you're allowing them to receive too, because they're receiving the good feeling of giving to you. And you're receiving the good feeling of giving them the opportunity to give to you. And so like you're both, it's happening on both ends for both of you. You know what I mean? So yeah, and same thing now with comfort, right? If you go to like relax, like if you go to sit down, if you go to lay down, go to sleep, okay, cool. Like you're about to, you know you're gonna sleep today. Right? You have to sleep at some point, right? How can you receive like the true like comfort, right? How can you make it comfortable for you? Make like when you see like little dogs, or not even little dogs, just all dogs, that they'll like dig on like the part of the couch or their bed, and you see them like they're going ham, like you see them, and you're looking at them like you know it's not dirt, and you're like it's nothing's gonna change, but they're going ham and they're going ham. And in their mind, what they care about is making it comfy. Because if they were outside and they were on hard dirt, they're gonna dig to soften up the dirt, make it nice, soft, and cushiony, and then they do their little steps to like pat it down a little bit, and then they just sink into it. And that goes to show like how much they care about their comfort. They want to make their sleep and their rest so much more enjoyable for them. They want to really experience that and allowing themselves to receive that like nurture of a nice, soft, comfy spot is going to allow the body to receive that ease and that peace, allow the nervous system to receive like the benefits of a deep sleep. Right, to receive, because like you could go to sleep, but then like if it's not like the comfort that you enjoy, right? If you just kind of like, even if you like not even go to sleep, you know those times that like if you're just used to passing out, and you don't even sleep, like you're watching stuff, you're scrolling or whatever, and you just wait till you're so exhausted that you just like, and you might even do that like on the couch, like you got sleep, but was it really a good sleep? No. Probably your neck aches a little bit. You're still tired, bags under your eyes, and you're like, I slept, but I kind of just went through the motions of sleeping. Whereas like if you allow yourself to experience a really true restful sleep, really caring and setting it up, the same way the dog like goes ham, what's your version of this? You know what I mean? What's your version of like, man, I'm gonna make like the most comfiest sleeping arrangement for me, whatever that looks like for you. All right, and it's like it could be setting up smells. It could be like putting your pillows in a certain way. Whatever the thing is, whatever like when you think about like ultimate comfort, how can you set that up for yourself like now? And then see how you feel when you wake up. Or you're just like, man, when you hit one of these, I got this from my dog before. It was my Beagle Pebbles. When you hit one of these, that's when you know you had some solid sleep. Because I would see my dog all the time. I would see Pebbles and she'd be napping. But then like I will see her and she'll just pop up, look around and just like, and then like I looked and I was like, why is she always doing that? And then I tried it, like legit, try it now. If you go like, it feels kind of good, right? It feels like, And it's like that. I want to introduce more of that feeling because it's such like a satisfying feeling. And you know, anytime you've ever done that is when you had the deepest sleep or like the deepest nap. And you're just like, you wake up and you woke up from another dimension and you're like, yeah, we'll go for some water, maybe some food. But yeah, life is good. So yeah, introduce some more to your life. And shout out to Pebbles. Oh my God. So yeah, you can do the Pebbles technique. But I felt this was a great opening for receiving and finding like little ways of normalizing receiving. Because again, like once we're used to this, it takes like this to happen. But it takes that feeling of safety. And the feeling of safety is reminding yourself that you don't have to worry about that feeling going away because you're the one that's creating the feeling. So why not allow yourself to experience the feeling that you're creating? Allow yourself to receive the experience that you're creating. That's why you created it. So with that being said, be sure to like this, share this with people, start some conversations about receiving. Definitely talk about it, like comment below so we could get this like flowing. And let me know how you feel with the whole, it's so little, right? It's such a simple thing, but it just feels so good. It feels so good to do. Just, yeah. Let me know how you feel with that. And yeah, with that being said, look forward to next week. I'll figure out a topic. If you have a topic in mind, comment below. We'll drop in about that. And I'm wishing you an amazing day. If it's nighttime by you, I'm wishing you an amazing night. And I will catch you later.